to stop all this foolishness about what you're doing for black people. Can't nobody come out with no agenda and call it this for black people and expect to get in the White House. You got to play the game different. Y'all know what this is. So now this next question is another lob for her to dump. Because they done a lot, man. But we see, I'm on this radio show. I'm hearing all these people talking about, I'm not voting if they not doing nothing for us. Listen to me. If you do not vote, the analytics will show. They know how many women vote, they know the age you are when you vote. If we don't vote, how we gonna ask for something next time? If you ain't got no voting power, you talking about reparations. Ain't nobody finna give you no reparations and you don't vote. Oh, why you think they finna give us some money? No how, man. I hope they do. They owe us. I'll go down there. I'm sorry. Madam, I know I ain't coming back next year. I already appreciate y'all having me. Madam Vice President, this is another part of this conversation because it affects us.
So, Steve Harvey talking about if we don't vote, in other words, if we don't vote blue or we don't vote Democrat, that we don't get reparations. But Steve Harvey failed to realize when Joe Biden was running for president in 2020, that basically if we vote for Joe Biden, that Joe Biden promised us that he got our backs, that you voted for him, that he got our backs. And then all of a sudden now, that since we in the black community have a voice and said hell no to Joe Biden, we'll be having a couch on 2024. Now all of a sudden you got people like Steve Harvey saying, well, if you don't vote, you won't get no reparations. Are you serious right now? See, this is the problem with Steve Harvey and people like him. They think that they're speaking for us, and they're billionaires. They're billionaires, they're actors, they're comedians. They think they can speak for us. But Steve Harvey, you don't speak for us. Don't you know that I guess you forgot of why we requesting reparations in the first place? And all these years, we built this country of the back of our ancestors. Free, of course. We built everything, like the White House, like Capitol Hill. We built that with our bare hands. And then the non-blacks is getting the benefits off of that. But yet you claiming that if we don't vote for blue or we don't vote for Joe Biden, y'all don't get no reparations. Oh, and then you say, well, I want my reparations too. No, you don't. How the hell are you going to get your reparations if you're a billionaire yourself? Make it make sense. But see, ladies and gentlemen, you got people like Steve Harvey. You got other people that will talk the Democratic talk. And he did it. You notice that he did it in front of Vice President Kamala Harris, right? He made that talk in front of her. But Steve Harvey, we're not listening to you. It's been time for us to get reparations. But yet you let the money that the Democratic Party paying you to say all this stuff. To you, it's all about money. It ain't all about your people at the end of the day. And you got people like him that thinking they can speak for black people, but behind the scenes, they always think about the almighty dollar. It's all about money. So you know the Democrats probably pay him to say all of this. And that's what I'm saying, people. We can't listen to celebrities anymore. They are bought and paid for. It's time for our people to speak, continue to speak, to get reparations. No study, cash payments, and some tangibles as well. But people just don't get it. People like Steve Harvey got bought and paid for by the Democratic Party, by the party itself, to speak this nonsense. And I'm sorry, people. You gotta be careful with celebrities now. They want us to vote for blue no matter who. And look what happened. The Democrats didn't do nothing for us in the last 4 years. Joe Biden haven't done nothing for blacks in the last 4 years. Nothing. What did he do? Oh, he passed the Juneteenth holiday. He passed the Black Music Month. And that's it. But yet they give immigrants they're tangible. They give immigrants money, food, place to stay, cars, everything. And give the Asians the anti-Asian hate crime bill. They give that to the Asians. But what do we get in the last 4 years of under Joe Biden? Not a damn thing. Not a thing. So you got people like Steve Harvey, who's been bought and paid for, by the way, telling all this nonsense. Well, if you don't vote, or you don't get no reparations. We've been voting all our lives, and we still didn't get nothing at the end of the day. Still didn't get anything. But you got people like Steve Harvey will tell you that if you don't vote, then you don't get nothing. You don't get no reparations. We voted for Joe. A lot of blacks been voted for Joe Biden in the last 4 years, believing he would do something for us, and he lied to us, and instead doing something for other people. And we're tired of it. And I'm like Yvette Carnell in a way. The only way you get our vote is an exchange. You do stuff for us, then we might vote for you. Until that happens, not this time. Not this time. And so you got celebrities and comedians now coming out, try to diss black America, try to diss black people and say, well, y'all not going to vote. We have every right to not to vote. We have every right not to. If they didn't do anything for us, if they don't give us what we want, we have every right to sit our asses in our homes in 2024. Oh, yes, we do. So, ladies and gentlemen, listen. They're doing this because they need the black vote. I'm talking about Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. They do all of this, and the Democrats as a whole. They know they desperate, so they have to use some puppet like a Steve Harvey to say, "Well, if you don't vote this year, y'all not getting no reparations." And you hear that same talk with fellow celebrities like Steve Harvey. And nah, we ain't with it no more. Maybe years back we were like, okay, we gotta vote. But this generation now, all that talk is over. And I'm sorry to disappoint you, Democrats. Most black Americans now are doing Couch 2024 or vote for Donald Trump. This is how it is. So y'all let me know what you think about this in the comments.